Hi everybody, this is Gary Dean with Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Monday, July 8th, 2024. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day, and let's get started. So today I was actually looking for a little bit of a pullback, and we did get it, but we ended up closing up plus little over 5 points. But I've been showing you this really big bearish wedge. You can see it's starting to poke out of it right now. So if it continues a lot higher, then this probably isn't going to be the pattern that's in play. They are allowed to shoot out of it and then come back down. Sometimes that's a bull trap, but I don't know. This market's been pretty tough. So what I had put in the in the trade room today was that there was a really big. It was a condor trade that was expiring today with 30,000 calls and puts being used. And they had the upside at 55.85 and the downside at 55.50. So they ended up doing very well with it. But in any case, we knew that was going to be, the 55.85 was going to be the high. And I was really just looking for some type of bounce to be able to short. And by the time let me go to this one. This one's probably a little bit better. So we didn't really get that bounce on it. So it didn't work out as planned. I was really hoping we were going to come back up to the 55.84 level to be able to write that credit spread. But obviously that didn't play out. This looks like we're just consolidating. That's probably the best way to put it. But the boundaries did hold with the high gamma condor trade that was expiring today. So let's take a look at things. This is a 60-minute chart, and you can see there's another wedge that's in play right here, and this one would be kind of looking like where we'd be coming down to the 53.25 area if this was going to play out. So this is the reason why I was looking for some weakness today, was to see the momentum indicator start to move down. You can see the RSI was in extremes here. And now what happens if I would really like to see a little bit more of either sideways or down a little bit, because that will give us a little more time for the momentum to get down to these levels and then give us a proper sell signal. But one of my timing models that I follow is really looking for next week as a possible turning point. And what I explained I think it was in the morning notes, I'm not sure, but it was, either we're going to make a top coming into next week or we're going to make some type of low. And if we make a low, then what happens is we're probably going to rally into the September timeframe. But from there, it would actually be a more bearish outlook if we did that. So I'm kind of anticipating that we're going to probably make a top sometime next week. And really, the best way to look at this is, I've been showing you the wave counts like this and saying, once this wave 5 is finished is when we should get a bigger pullback. And if we look at the 15-minute chart, I'm just going to move this over. Here you can see we have 1, 2. This is our wave 3 where we had no pullback at all. This is our 4, and the 4 could go down a little bit lower, and that's what I would kind of like. But in any case, once we get up, that's going to be our wave 5. And even if we're just looking at that part of it, as far as a short-term top, let's say, then we'd still be looking at a move coming. So let's say they pin it at the 5,600, because that's where I kind of believe we're going to be going. If we get there and then we're looking at a 78% retracement, we're really coming down somewhere into the I'm sorry, hang on one second. Somewhere into the 5,500 level. So 54.80, 55.04. This would be a natural kind of landing spot for if we got the pullback, if this was just going to be a wave 5. But like I said, I'm more on the side that we're going to get a pullback that's going to come. It's going to retrace a little bit more than I think some people are expecting right now. And if it, again, we don't really know anything just because this market's been kind of bipolar. But the thing is that we're really getting into a time period where, you know, the internals are bleeding. We really have a few stocks that are just leading the way, and we have divergences on just about all the charts. So you have to stay on your toes. But as I've been saying, really, until the bears can get through the first support zone, break through the support zone, which we can say is that 55.60. Let's just give it a low end part of it. If they get through it, then we could look for a move coming down to the 55.24 level. But until we break any support level, let's just use the moving averages as a support level. You can see once we broke through this back in on July 1st, we haven't been through it. We haven't been down below it since. And it's been really kind of, it's been a pretty strong market. And like I said, this looks like it's consolidation. So it's suggesting that the next move should be higher. I think anywhere between the 55.85 and up to the 5600, I think it's a decent place to start looking on the short side, unless we start seeing some options really start to lift higher, and then we probably have to raise our targets. But as I said, until we see any support levels broken, the bulls are going to continue to try to move higher. So with that, let's see what plays out tomorrow. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning.